I'm talking today about Martin Luther King's letter to Birmingham, which is him addressing clergymen for criticizing his civil disobedience in Birmingham. They call his actions unwise and untimely and unfortunate. He starts off by discussing how he can't ignore the injustices that's going on in Birmingham or anywhere else in the U.S. He says that civil disobedience is an unfortunate action, but what's even more unfortunate is the fact that the white power structure in Birmingham and other parts of the U.S. left the black community with no choice to go upon. Um, Martin Luther King says nonviolent civil disobedience has four steps. The first step is to collect the facts, determine if there was injustice done. The second is negotiation. The third is self-purification, and the fourth is finally direct action. He talks about how they tried all these things. They tried to negotiate with political leaders and local merchants, but none of them seemed to want to cooperate or negotiate in good faith. He discusses how they kept postponing their direct action strategically in order to aid the community and tried to do it after this election of this guy Connors, tried to get him out of office. Um, this proves that they did not act irresponsibly or rash, that they were methodical and they thought out what they were doing. Martin Luther King talks about how civil disobedience brings necessary tension to the community for forcing them to confront issues. Actually, he says it doesn't even create the tension, it just brings the tension that already exists to light, that the community can finally confront it and discuss these issues. He goes on to define unjust laws, which he says are codes that the majority inflicts on a minority, which is not binding on itself. And furthermore, the fact that the minority had no say in the legislation. Obviously, in this time, um, blacks were allowed to vote technically, but it was extremely difficult, and the legislation was already in play before they were able to vote, so they had no say in the legislation. He says that by civil disobedience, he is not evading or defying the law. This would be anarchy. He openly breaks the law and accepts the penalty willingly, trying to bring consciousness to the public of the injustice. He says that this, in fact, expresses the highest respect for the law. He makes comparisons to Socrates, how he openly drank the hemlock in order to die, basically. He reminds the clergyman that what Hitler did in Germany was legal, and if he was there, he still would have illegally helped his Jewish brothers. He closes the discussion with how he is deeply disappointed in the passiveness of the church and most whites on this issue, and he ends it with saying how moral means must not be used to preserve immoral ends, and that in fact it's even worse than using immoral means to reach moral ends. So that's it. Thanks for listening.